Hello! Hope everyone's having a wonderful new year. Welcome on in. Oh, sorry, just do a stretch. Oh, I had to catch up on so much sleep. So I wasn't able to stream yesterday, which I will apologize for. I've basically just got woken up every time I tried to have a little lie down. Even in the morning, I was woken up. Basically, kids screaming. Not my kids. So, I can be annoyed. And so, I had my usual little lie down before I started my stream just to make sure I could make it 4 hours. And then, I woke up and found out that Sleep Me had disabled the alarms. Like, not turned it off. Popped into the clock app and disabled all the alarms. Very annoyed about that. So I kind of woke up at about 11 PM, just went, yep, this is a thing. So, unfortunately, that's why I wasn't here last night, but it's why we're going to be playing more Metaphor tonight. And also, welcome in Summer Stain Dragon. It's really nice to see you again. I hope you had a great New Year's. Now, I haven't touched the game at all since last time. I believe we just kind of left off in a spot where I couldn't really continue. But I'm excited to see what happens. New Year was alright. Well, at least it's better than bad. Yeah, that's what I always look at is, as long as it wasn't terrible, has to have had a bit of a positive. I'm just having a quick look-see at the moment on games recently added to the PS Plus catalog. Because, yeah, I like to see what is out there that can be played. There's definitely some interesting ones here, like, I know you can't see it on the screen. Like Road 96, I heard a lot about that. 2 Point Campus. I know that Plucky Squire came out, a lot of people were raving about it. It also vanished. But, you know, that's always there to play. Hey, it could be fun. Just waiting for the music to finish. And here we are. So, I don't really have a big New Year stream sort of planned. I know a lot of other streamers are going, look, let's go over New Year's resolutions. I kind of touched on them when I did the New Year's Eve stream. Right after we hit midnight, like different plans and goals. Yeah, I'd like to say, oh, I'm going to be more talkative in social media, but it's a thing I've said a lot, where it's like, oh, I'm going to go into different Discords. I've sorted my Discord. I just don't have it in me to go in. Right, we're at the base of the tower, so I could have grinded. Whoops. So yeah, last stream we went up the tower, defeated the boss, came back down, basically finishing the last quest we had to do the day before we have to leave.
Okay then.
Part of the reason is
Right?
there is a chance we're gonna have cutscene after cutscene after cutscene. So I thought might as well just do it this way.
mention it.
I'll just go on the tower. Whom do we need to deliver it to again? Sanctus Soldier, I believe. He was a bit zealous about doing in Louise. I believe he was going to reconsider if we deliver this to him. If we've got to stop him, we should do it so quickly. Everyone wants to stop Louise, don't they? Hey, let's get this to him soon, yeah?
It is just around the corner.
So tomorrow we set up for the royal capital and the decisive battle of our lives. I'm a little disappointed. I've just begun to grow accustomed to the cold. I too regret to leave. We have an enemy to face. We've done all we can, so let us depart with our heads held high, yes? Oh, they've ready to conk out on the table. What do you say? Shall we eat and then call it a night? I'd say we earned our rest today. Good job. As prepared as we can be, and tomorrow's the big day. We up against Louise, and this time, he'll be ready and waiting.
You...
Captain, surely you have reservations about this. Give me if I'm speaking out of turn. Is your mind truly clear of doubt? I mean to say, if you strike down a man who is not your true enemy, will you truly be able to call yourself a righteous prince? I don't feel that way at all. My heart is clear and I know what must be done.
Yes.
I am glad to hear it.
However,
I challenge you on this only because I think it foolish to be brought to a standstill by it.
may I speak?
I do not believe Louis is innocent in the slightest. On the contrary, in but a few months he has slain the king and your comrade besides. Is it any wonder that people seek to end his life? He has lived by a doctrine of power, and his every step has been in service of that purpose. He sealed his fate, and you, as contender of the throne, should not waste time deliberating over whether such an ideology is fit to rule. Is that not so?
Be all right.
You're already in second place in this contest. Countless people have thrown their support behind you. Never forget that. Heisman made a pretty good point. If you're going to take a step back, if you're going to take back the country, you can't let any self-doubt stop you in your tracks here.
You can't lose.
Everything we've done here has been for this day, so let's take it all in and stick it to Louise, Varela, and Grius, and everyone we lost.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. All the pain we've endured will be a power in the end.
Right.
I don't want a king who believes might makes right. No reason you can't be a contender yourself.
Besides,
And now that you've declared yourself a prince, it's not like you can afford to fall on your face in front of everyone.
that reminds me.
Eurus apparently wants to make some kind of grand entrance to the Grand Trade with a Skyrunner. But everything going on, that's his biggest priority. But maybe that's exactly what we need to make this work. Well then, let's get a full night's rest and we're ready for tomorrow. A handshake? And a little upgrade to our
Time marches on, and the
friendship
age
points.
of the new king draws nearer.
It's finally here.
So we set up to the royal capital and the decisive battle of our lives. I'm a little disappointed, just began. You already said that last night. Neurosure seemed thrilled about arriving by sky instead of teleportation magic. All it takes is a day to get there from here. We'll have them city folk shaking in their boots. Let's get the runner once we've polished off breakfast. Can at least run around and buy supplies. Nope.
At last, only a day remains.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this is where we end it.
Between him and the Criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Most likely is.
Nah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. But I'll admit, I have my own suspicions.
What? Losing your nerve, old fella? Me? I'm ready to lay the bastard out. I owe him at least one solid whack in the face from Ardell.
You can start with one for Del. And give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it.
Rella said as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim. Though I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want that. I thought he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
You would pursue peril.
Great. Let's...
We've got no choice but to head straight there.
The stage is set for the decisive battle to take place in Grand Trad. And so the Gauntlet Runner takes to the sky. He does not return within the hush of teleportation magic as a mere wanderer, but with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more. He stands now on equal footing with Luis, and his triumphant descent over the capital will finally make that known, whether or not his gambit is only a means to an end.
We even get to watch it happen.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back!
Your Highness!
Surprised no one is terrified that this thing just sprouts wings. It kind of loses its legs.
It's His Royal Highness the Prince. We've been waiting for you. Go and teach that damn Luis a lesson.
Luis flies one? He does, but his is powered by magic, whereas ours apparently truly flies. I don't know, it just feels... I guess it is a kind of a point. He has a massive airship, so it isn't as special. So without actually knowing about it, it's not as grand.
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
I mean, that actually brings up a good point. They're now saying that they need the prince to be the one to save them. If it's meant to be who they truly want, is it them going, oh, I really want that person right there? Or does it the king's magic understand who they truly mean? Or is it just by name alone? It's like, wouldn't the prince's face eventually appear as well as a third contender?
He's the boy with a saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop at Luis. You've got to kill all the idiots who believe in him.
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If
If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
Don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
Over there! His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived!
Whoa, and Lady Juna as well!
I say, nothing wrong with an adore in public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the rubber.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
Just imagine there's going to be a crowd of people stuck in the alleyway trying to see us. Solime, Solime! Thanks so much for the raid! Let me pause this as soon as I can. And go to my just chatting screen. Welcome on in, Raiders! For those who don't know me, my name is Temporal Niximus, superhero themed VTuber station in Australia. Currently playing some metaphor Refantazio, really close to the end. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? How was Tales from the Borderlands, actually? I've played it myself on stream. I don't want to give, spoilers to it, but I will talk to you about something that I was able to do on stream within the game, like when you're done. I'll quickly get your little shout out as well. Yo, meet Slime, Psychic Slime from New Zealand. They're a newbie VTuber who loves gaming and getting creative. From Walking Dead to Borderlands, this slime's been on quite the adventure. Maybe they're addicted, or maybe we are. Either way, it's always a good time with Slime. Do check out Slime, by the way, everyone. They are absolutely amazing. I'll even change the little sippy dead sun next to me. Very big image, very transparent for some reason. Let me see if I can... Oh, what is the... Where's the filters? There it is. Opacity is high. There. And last but not least, transform. Flip. There we go. We got a little Slime on stream. Yelling just finished chapter 2 and it does have fun running. I do enjoy it. It is quite a good game. Like, I think you've played Borderlands 3, right? Because I know that the characters from Tales from the Borderlands appears in Borderlands 3. And to what I recall hearing, Borderlands 3 kind of butchers them. Where it's like, Gearbox doesn't realize what made the characters special. So, for all intents and purposes, the character story is just Tales from the Borderlands. You play 1, 2, 3 pre-sequel, but not the DLC. Okay, I think the only Borderlands I've ever actually finished was the pre-sequel. Possibly 1 as well. I remember I was going through a time where I wanted to play through every single one. And I kind of got to some point, I'm like, no, I don't think I just hit a brick wall. The Space Australia one, pretty much. Like, it's, I believe, the shortest out of them all. But while people disliked it, I did find some of the mechanics fun. Pre-sequel was okay, but it's the strongest one of them. Exactly. I was also reading just before, apparently the lead director or something at Gearbox has stated that Borderlands 4 because there's been an interview where they talk about the game a bit. They mentioned that it's not an open world game, but it's open-ish. It's more open than the other games. So it's going to be kind of interesting just to see what they do with it. I was a little disappointed when I saw the characters who you get to play as. Like, they all seem very same. Yeah, like, we've seen it all before. There's nothing that really, truly stands out. Like, I think of Borderlands 2, I believe it was the DLC characters where you had the Necromancer, or you could play as the Psycho. Like, I feel like they need to do a bit of that again. Let us have these characters that are just wacky, insane. Borderlands 3 feel like they tried to do open world, but a lot of ways of space. That's... Alright, so controversial opinion. That's how I feel about Breath of the Wild. Right? Like, Breath of the Wild, I remember hearing all the good things about it. One of the things that I remember people saying is you could make a straight line from one side of the map to the other, and there will always be something happening. And I remember doing that, and I found absolutely nothing. There was no enemies, no trials or anything, in the straightest of lines. And I remember showing people the line I drew, and they went, oh, well, yeah, you chose this area to this area. So, oh, yeah, of course there wouldn't be anything there. I'm like, well, your argument's been wrong then. That's kind of what I felt, is like, sometimes the areas just felt too bare. There was nothing really going on. And I kind of get it. They want the areas they want you to explore to be filled with stuff. And the areas they don't want you to explore, it's just barren. It's a little disappointing, but that's just the way games are. But yeah, it is what it is. It's all parts of development. Hello, Kemi. Posture check? Alright, let me just fix up my posture. I'm gonna put my chair in. There we go. I just get my chair in because I've got the little foot pedal thing underneath my desk. I have been using it, and when my posture gets bad, I'm kind of just slinking down my chair. My feet are still on it, so I can still use it. Yes, if anyone needs to raid and run, completely understand. If you want to hang out, you know, that's also greatly appreciated. I am nearing the end of Metaphor Refantazio, so potential spoilers going to be around.
Silime cheered. X10. Latest bits are from Deadson, not Anti-More. Cobra Big Evil.
Oh, thank you for the 10 bits. I do appreciate Silime. Were those 10 bits saved for the Mega Bonk? I am curious how... Well, funnily enough, yesterday, like, I was chatting with Deadson when he was streaming. He has on his channel a Mega Bonk, as he calls it, for 101 bits. Because normally if you use the bonk, he gets a little zap on his wrist. The message didn't update? What was the message supposed to say? But it was like, normally he has like a little wrist bracelet thing that he made himself that will zap him when he uses bonk. And he added a thing for like 101 bits for the Mega Bonk, which will hit him with more. And his chat, we managed to get a Mega... Or trigger a hype train, then get it to hype train level 2 just from zapping him. Says latest bits from Deadson. Wait. Yeah, why did that update down there? Even the latest subscriber and follow, I don't think they've actually been updated in a while. Alright, well, I'm gonna get rid of him. It's a thing I'm gonna have to fix. Maybe it broke a long time ago because I was looking at the newest follower. Oh, wrong one. Well, is that with that? That post that followed a very long time ago. It hasn't been updating at all. I think when I made the swap over to OBS, it broke. If I go and find a stream, well, thank you, because I never noticed that. And now that we know it, you know, I get to look like a fool. But yes, I do appreciate that. I will try and find a way to fix that. I'm also gonna pick up behind my chair wheel because I keep sliding back and it's bugging me. I'm supposed to have good posture if I keep sliding. Well, head on back to the game. As I said, there are potential spoilers. We are getting close to the end. For those who are aware of the game, basically we just returned to Grand Trad. We did the big loop of the country, made our way back to the top.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
We all worked hard.
We've all been working hard.
Yeah, I need to learn to do that too.
You absolutely do.
I never thought Luis
Pretty
would
little
be
children.
the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
There's still only like 3 rooms in the entire motel, or inn.
It's finally happening.
We've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself, every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions. When the dust settles...
We just have to make sure to kill him, so therefore he cannot win.
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill.
Exactly.
Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
I just realized she has very teeny tiny wispy eyebrows.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after. We must believe in all we've yet accomplished.
This should be our last battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful, knowing how far we've come.
The Ojo Senpai eyebrows, or Ojo Sama. There. Alright, I'm gonna quickly clean my glasses. They're a bit dirty. I'm misreading everything. Ojo Sama. Eyebrows, not Senpai.
Now you've awoken your archetype, forged friendships, and taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
This is just the beginning. We've still got a long road ahead.
True enough. We haven't even won against Luis yet. And even when we do, that won't be the end of it. But it takes me back. If the prince could see you now, he'd be pretty proud of you. Don't you think? I mean, you and he were best friends. Best friends. Wait, what?
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me. Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right?
What if we actually are the prince and it was our friend who got hit? That's Gallica's strong determination and resolve. Not quite rank 8.
It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
Right. Let's get some rest. We'll need it come tomorrow.
It's been a while.
The ages ourselves last year.
So?
Best way to be prepared by tomorrow is by getting some rest.
That man.
Regardless of our aims, it seems Luis has his eye on you for some time. No doubt he's been anticipating this showdown in the royal capital. Well, if he asks for a fight he shall have. We shall stand proud against him.
I got you.
What's Sail at 101, eh? Of course he does. When all you care about is power, everything has to be a duel. Speaking as his old right-hand man, I can tell you, man's strong. Terrifyingly strong. Ought to be careless. Good point. So let's settle our party for tomorrow. So obviously we have to be there. We're the leader. Now, Stroll could be good. He has reason to fight, but he already got his revenge. Hulkenberg definitely going to be there. We have set up their abilities in such a way that it's going to be good. Because after all, we get to decrease the hidden evasion with 2 different moves. Holy Knight's Proclamation. So we guard and attract your attention, and we can magic counter, regular counter. Actually has a quick thing, Hulkenberg. Inheritance. You need your electric dodge. Because Louise can use the main 4 elements as magic. So he's going to get extra turns every time that happens. We want him to focus on Hulkenberg, and hopefully she will dodge him instead. Thus getting us more moves and whatnot. Hyasme, I do like. He is our brawler. He does a lot of damage. After all, he has the Dodge Master, so they cannot critically hit him. His strike attacks are increased. He only has 2 things, Lucky Find and Steal. Not a lot. That could be something. Would prefer to have an Ice Dodge, but it is what it is. Now, our last main one, we do have Juna. We have Yufa and Basilio. Basilio, I feel like, would like revenge. He can act as a secondary guard. After all, he also has the Knight's Proclamation. His one doesn't guard, but it's still something he can do. Yufa, we do have the Persona Master. Brand new. Never really got to use it yet. Doesn't really have a lot of skills, but it is set up to be the healer. Only weak to dark, and thankfully Luis doesn't have darkness. Now he may have his ally, the Necromancer, which may mean that we may get hit with darkness from them. But Yufa is a pretty strong contender. Juna is our summoner. Bit of every element. But not a lot of strength. And lastly was Stroll. Being a samurai, he gets a lot of attack ups. But he does lack healing, so I do feel like Yufa would be the best choice. I can still talk to the other characters.
Now then.
Thanks to Rella, we won quite a sudden groundswell of public support. But Louis' supporters number many still. The only way to get more support is to fight Louise, lay him low.
Hold there.
Friends we may be, yet I would hope you'd seek permission before entering one's private quarters. Oh, I want to go say hello.
At last.
Sit. Standing here takes me back to the royal funeral, but today we are more powerful than we were then. This time, we'll defeat Louise and avenge Grius. No, all who have gone too soon.
You know.
All the customers at the inn, so they're cheering for you. You've seen a lot of bad guys already, haven't you? Sure you'll win.
It's coming up.
Probably time. I'm always impressed that Louise would challenge us to a fair fight, unlike those church ones who kept everything in the shadows. We can't let Louise get anywhere near the throne. Charging with our best foot forwards, for us and for Rella, who trusted us to do just that.
Make yourself at home.
Tomorrow's battle will be historic, won't it? Get ready to your bed so you can rest well. Vivian's groceries in the inn are all lined up. There's still the two little mice.
It's time.
Or is the decisive battle? But you got plenty of things in your mind. Oh, and there's Yufa.
But then...
Used to be many candidates for the throne tournament. Now there are only a conspicuous few who remain. Louise may be a strong opponent, but there are so many people who support us. Let's get this battle the best we've got, and live up to their expectations. Alright.
Good night.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies. Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village, erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
You knew then?
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gamble. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What? Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this newfound power.
I mean, it kind of looks like Zorba is a bit of every race now. Well, he doesn't have the long pointy ears, but still. He's now got the third eye as a horn out of his head. Very creepy.
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
What's he gonna do? Bring Moray out of the book?
The new king draws nearer.
Hope Louise was Moray. What if one of my wild ramblings became true?
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
Of course.
Yes, of course.
No hesitation at all. You've really grown out there.
But you have to come back, no matter what, okay?
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together, ready our supplies, and give him hell.
Let's head there.
Louise awaits with the Grand Cathedral. Should go there. Show you everything that you would need.
All right. Where to?
No, I can't go back and finish the other quest.
Let's go.
Alright, well first we'll go to the potion shop. We need to make sure we have MP healing.
And what is it you want?
Wait, appraise. We don't have anything to appraise, that's good. They don't really have MP healing items.
All right then. Let's head there right away.
Alright, next up we'll go to the church. Perhaps the church can purify something new. General Sepamore. What about increase all allies attack at the start of combat? Would be good if we were using a general. Increase fire and light attack strength, but we're not using fire and light.
That's fine.
What now?
Strongest weapon. Go check out the weapons shop. I doubt they would have anything. Frostbite, Magic Plus, Basic Fan.
What now?
Alright, hires me. His weapon says like moves that will deal multiple hits. Will always hit the most amount of times. Alright, Frenzy. 52 MP, heavy physical strike damage to all enemies 1 to 3 times. That'll become heavy damage 3 times.
All right then.
Let's go.
Again, I doubt the weapon and magic shops or armor shop would have anything new. They actually do.
Yeah.
Increased critical hit chance. Or multiple hit. Ah, it's so difficult to choose now.
How nice.
Increased dark strength.
Alright then, let's head there right away.
Armor shop. Because I'm sure you'll have something new now. Absolutely do, and it's so difficult to pick. There's a lot more stats that we can get, but very expensive.
That's fine.
That to highest makes that gives him more strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
Alright, we made ourselves broke. But this will put us in the best point, well, best opportunity really, to be able to win this.
Well then, if you say...
Oh. I mean, there's no chance to, you know, go back and train or anything because I just saved over our save slot.
I love it.
Alright.
What now?
An ad break starts in 5 minutes. I don't have any snoozes. I'll run the ad now, 5 minutes earlier, so that way we won't be interrupted during the boss fight. Sound good? Sounds good. You get an ad, go get yourself some food, water, snacks, all that good stuff. Don't get an ad, feel free to chat. Say whatever's on your mind. Even if it's gibberish, like... What does any of that mean? Good question. Like, I know there's still another in-game month. And Gallica still has another rank to go up so that we get the final ones there. I feel like that one requires us to level up Assassin.
Silime says HLRBRB Brul Elbabeth Belfemil Romelm Merera JHRE.
Very insightful message there, Sila. I got exactly what I asked for. Thank you for that. Alright, so looking at this unknown one, it only has one dark skill. The other one does give us the 3 regulars. Increase magic skill attack by 15%. Let's raise MP. I definitely need to level it up. I mean, maybe I'll do a proper grind session where I'm like, you know what, let's just fully level up everything we can. And we got 30 of these archetype experience boosts.
What now?
That seems like a very useful skill. Wait, this thing is only weak to pierce damage. It kind of feels like the game's going, hey, look, while Soul Hacker is the one you start off with, you really want to be a wizard for it. I just spent all that money on the Orichalcum Saber. We're back from the ads, everyone. Alright. We're gonna be a wizard, and I've been saving the Hero's Leap of Light purely for this.
New skills, new possibilities.
I used nearly every single one. MP increased. I was hoping magic would have increased, but that's okay. Alright, decrease the attack and defense of enemies. Definitely one that we're going to need. Heavy HP recovery. Yes, please. Got these buffs, so more items after battle. Increase magic skill attack by 10%. Medium HP recovery every turn. Increase max MP. I think magic skill going up would be best. Actually, increase attacking defense for one ally by 2 ranks for 3 turns would be better. Void Wave. I think that would give us the best chances of survival. Assuming I'm not changing up the party whatsoever. Shows has Dakunda over there. Recovers MP every turn. She's our main healer. That is good. Basilic, he hasn't actually gotten any yet. Alright, that's good that I looked at it.
Alright.
We want Guard Law for increased defense at the start of battle.
Alright.
Increase everyone's defense. Fiery Strike. Flame Strike. Stroll. So he hasn't got any of his either. Alright. His physical strength by 10%. He's weak to wind. Do we have a wind dodge? I don't think we do. Increase slash attack damage. Heartbreak Stratagem, that's actually going to be good because... yeah, negates repel, magic repel physical skills.
Alright.
Give him Ice Strike. Alright. That's used up all of our mag as well. We're even more prepared than we were before the outbreak.
Gone clammy all over.
Excuse me, surfing through.
Ready?
Time for a showdown. You ready? Ready as I'll ever be.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free, Crier! Fight the power!
Crier for king! Let him be on the throne!
Very good! Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it. How do they shave, or pretty much cut their hair under the horn? Like, that would be so difficult to get, like, the razor, like... What just... broke my neck for a moment there doing that.
The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
I mean, what if the prince's home isn't in that destroyed elder village? What if the prince is actually on top of the king's rock?
Your Highness, you can win! Give Luis the boot!
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Oh, there's no way he'd run away from this. Any time now. Any time.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
Leading by like 2 votes. And crash to the cathedral. Wait, do we really stop and stand down there waiting for him to disembark?
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress tuner among them. The time has come. to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failings. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
Intellect.
The intellect to resolve everything.
Many would dismiss the idea, but resorting to force is never the answer.
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end, words are nothing against power. Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Louis, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
We have only one thing to say.
Louis sucks. That's it.
Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this. Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing, a world without inequality. And I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Is it a magic sword, or is he putting his magic into the sword himself?
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
Like, I really need to know how the sword works.
The time has come. We're finishing this. Here and now. Looks like we can't prove.
Hello, Clam! Alright, it's level 60. We're a bit under-leveled. He doesn't have any items to steal, so us having steal is kind of bad. But how are you doing today, Clam? Have you going well? Have you had a good New Year and such? I have had a good New Year. It's been going quite good. I hope yours has been equally as good. I really gotta come by your streams more often. It's been a bit.
Fall!
Fudge!
Persona Master!
Rise! Oh, purifying light!
There is no escape.
You're doing decent. Did a long stream yesterday. You beat Remnant 2 in some pixel art. Ooh, I did see you were playing Remnant. I was asked to play that a while back when I was going through all the Souls-like games. Maybe I'll play through it this year.
For all that we strive for!
Not now.
To the rear guard! Oh, power of heroes! Strike me if you dare! Wizard! How about this?
Alright, I'm going to debuff him a lot.
Power of kings!
I will annihilate you! Come, accept my challenge.
Tactic.
A blunder!
Persona Master! You've got several ailments slowing you down!
Healing power!
That helped.
Let me.
Much thanks.
You defy the rule of strength, then die by it.
All?
Even with stats going down, that is fine.
Royal Soul.
Let me help.
Increase his
There's no
stats.
escape from me.
Crushing Fist. Hello, Suba. Oh, it's fun. The secrets are insane without a guide. Ooh, I would definitely have to check it out then. Hello, Suba. Hope you're doing well as well. Fortune cookie. Hold on to the past, but eventually, let the times go and keep the memories into the present. So I guess that means you gotta forgive, but don't really forget. Like, you gotta stop living the past. You gotta live in the now, but you're allowed to remember the past. Kind of odd. Really more fun co-op though, so bring a friend. I definitely shall have to.
Persona Master!
Let it burn!
There is no escape from me.
Strike me if you dare!
Let's go. Wind!
Void Wave.
If I miss, don't get
Oh, missed! How could you do that? Now he's got full strength.
Annihilate you! Can you endure it? I strike to kill!
Hulkenberg!
Face me!
You've got several ailments slowing you down!
Fall!
You
Here I
defy
go.
the rule of strength, then die by it.
I must do something!
I knew you'd help.
I'm obliged.
Explanation. I'm glad. Weapon used magic against an Archmage. Well, it's one of the things I find funny is because we can do strong magic.
Ninja! I stand waiting.
But at the same time, he can't really do much against me because I just keep guarding.
There is no escape from me.
I've got my own tricks.
But hello, Seamers. How are you doing today?
Can you endure it?
Alright, I have a theory. He now has an ice sword. So if I was to use fire, would that deal, like, do more against him? No.
You defy the rule of strength.
Strike me if you dare.
You're doing fine, but
It's okay. We can do this.
hopefully we're all good too. Well, I'm doing quite well, but thank you for asking.
Royal Soul. Here.
Stat boost for Heisbane.
I will annihilate you! Can you endure it? What?
He really likes
To kill!
the AoE attack.
Oh, power of kings!
Frenzy.
We settle this here.
Healing power!
Thanks.
Thank you.
Quite a boon.
You defy the rule of strength.
The main point of Holgenberg as well was to lower his accuracy and evasiveness, but now it's just
Settle this here.
no.
Scour.
Oh, 100 damage. All right, we're doing that more.
I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. Then I need not hold back either.
Oh, the second stage of Yupis and Jonas archetypes. Good reference. I haven't seen the second one of the Summoner, but I do like the Dancer is the Persona Master. Then be redeemed to power me up. It's like it's needed. What kind of power up would you suggest?
Can you endure it?
Dark? No. Electric sword. I knew the 15% chance would work. Get wrecked, nerd.
I'll take my fullest power. Hang in there!
I knew you'd help.
I'm obliged.
You're not sure? Oh, I have to workshop these ideas.
Is ever come? Strike me if you dare.
Vader's power. Wind.
So I do like the idea of power-ups. That's kind of what the helmet and color sets were meant to be initially.
Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks.
I do have a petty tactic though. It's you attack Hulkenberg. Oh my goodness, man. He has his own, doesn't he? Do it.
Magnificent. You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe, aren't you?
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster. You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction. No doubt you saw all the evidence of a truer history, one that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa, don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. Wielders of true magic.
True magic of technology? I cast iPhone.
The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
Luis, you dog. Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer.
You believe it false. What would I stand to gain from lies?
More popular opinion against you, so you win the throne.
Elda are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake. He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness. No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built. Utopia?
Oh?
What's happening?
What is him?
Witness the truth! Good people, you would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
He's a monster! It's a human!
It's going. The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors. He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne!
It's not true! It has to be one of the Count's illusions!
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster! It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
Creepy. Very creepy. You reckon I dodged? You didn't dodge. I mean, in all that, let's be honest. I was sitting there with the team, casting my powerful wind spell. Plasma was punching him in the chest. You know, we were doing all this damage. And then all of a sudden, he's like, wait, stop. I need to say something. Give me 5 minutes. Don't move. Just stay right there. If I could just tie up your hands so I don't get stabbed in the back, that'd be pretty good, Alright, now that you're helpless, you can't move. Ah, sneak attack! Pew! Like, why would we stand there? We're in the middle of a battle, to the death. Finish him off. Now, pause a check. Getting my chair forwards. There we go. Oh, checked. Thank you for that. And so you need a boss fight. I feel like you need a boss conquering power. I don't know what it looks like that. So basically, my different helmets that I was making, as well as the different color sets. That was because I wanted to try and make a Mega Man style game. And I was thinking of like the Mega Man power-ups. So, how you'd have like the heat mode, you'd have the tornado mode. So I was trying to create something akin to that. I might still end up attempting it at some point. The only reason you need to change my power is because of the boss fight. Need your stats. That is fair. Plus, I didn't get hurt enough to require the helmet to be damaged. Help anyone in need. The too idealistic, too naive to win. Louise called it trickery. And if my very body.
Be not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy true fate.
Who are you? What do you know about it?
In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about?
Deepest truth?
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
Purpose? That's right. I took on a mission to save the prince.
An ideal world. Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through. It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it. After all, you're mine.
I'm his what? Best friend? His brother?
Wake up! Wake up! Hey!
Are you well?
Had a strange dream.
I had a strange dream.
You seem coherent at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
I will not let you die.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me.
We were kicking your butt, Louise. Give me a 5-minute breather, and I'll beat you up again.
Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Did the army captain just throw a rock? Out of everything, he's like, go, rock!
Attention now. This looks dire. How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something. Monster!
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too.
I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge, the Elden Sanctum.
$513. Like all those quests I was doing meant nothing.
Count Luis has saved the country. He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it.
Count Luis is our true savior.
Sounds like we've got our next king, then.
Might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
Worlds are continuing to decline.
Why?
This happened. There's no time to waste. A set course for the ancient Elden Sanctum. Don't lose hope. We're in cutscene territory now.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the Gauntlet Runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder Tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance, it is a simple forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
Really wish I kept some snacks. I feel peckish.
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into
that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
Surprised me too.
I don't blame you. It certainly caught me by surprise.
And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
But what a sea of trees. If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight Mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
We're gonna have done the boss fight, aren't we?
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
Worry about the prince. His life is in our hands. He believes in a world where people can make their own future. Just like you. He's the only one who can see that dream become reality. No golden bugs around? Alright.
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
When they first met. What is this music? It's like very... And it's urgent yet calming. I'm liking it.
Are you alright?
It's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes, the flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Look at how as they walk.
So here you are at last.
Oh no, we're gonna show him the way. It was a ruse and a ruse. Spot the beautiful white flowers grown in clusters.
Why?
Before I left home, I never knew these flowers represented royalty. What are they doing within the ancient sanctum? Well, obviously the prince must have planted them.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
We already went over this. It was Forden, the church guy, wanting to get rid of the prince before people knew about him.
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way.
There's actually a twist. We're all humans. We learned this in the Dragon Sanctum. We all came from the same people.
Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. But now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Bash my knee. Ugh.
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I turned on my little foot pedal thing. I realized my pants leg was curled up. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna move it down. And just like, whack, right into it.
I don't like this.
How come I'm sensing? Where about the prince? Now hurry over to the hideout on the lower end. No. Gotta find these golden bugs. I don't know how many are still left in the game. Ooh, that's not the fairies. Bye, fairies. They'll feel a little alarmed if we just swarmed in on them. As a big group like this. But now let's leave them be and move on. Bye, fairies. Blah, 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 blah. It's a fairly old Ujif man. Seems he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
I know but one red-dressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade.
What?
We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No!
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis. From the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
Why does that one person look at daily cosplay? This guy? Russell?
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the
The
clutches
girl
of
with the really long
assassins.
hair? Because she has a lot of
All
the
because
circles.
of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now.
Not on screaming them.
At the
Okay.
end of the cave. He rests just this way.
Oh, you for the girl with the 3 eyes, I'm guessing, because she has all the circles on her.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I mean, I kind of want the poncho. It's very comfy.
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored.
I was waiting for my superb voice acting. It's superb? Oh, don't make me blush.
Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing.
I get the feeling that we are the prince, and that the prince that we're trying to save is the friend.
Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free
If I
to
must.
join me.
The cuff cuff. Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay his body to rest.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
Oh, poor Hulkenberg. But there were only 2 bodies, and there were 3 graves. Russell? Russell? Russell! Russell! Dig him up! He wasn't dead yet.
I'm a little worried.
Need to get to the prince as quickly as I can. This is the prayer room on the lower level. I want to believe it. We need to see him for ourselves.
It's nearly time.
This voice.
Long have I waited.
Hey, you.
Oh, it's another elder. Guess who's with the group that's been sheltering the prince? Well, because of them, then another calamity has befallen us. Now they get a closer look at you. Are you an elder? I heard the prince was the only elder within the resistance.
Pardon?
Hold on, did you really come in from outside the sanctum? What's going on? Yeah, that can't be. You're truly an elder. What if I'm part prince? Like, what if the prince split in 2?
You must hurry.
I must reclaim my half. These resistance members can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. Not my problem. I guess that came out sound a little cold. Suppose I can help carry the bodies away. Too many for that old Eugene to handle on his own.
What?
Right past this door is the living quarters. Lady Grudet made it strictly clear as not to be opened under any circumstance. You heard me? Now hurry along.
All was for this day. There is still time.
Wait, these the fairies are found in every other area? Gallica! Gallica, is that really you? Just wondering where you'd gone up to. Thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others? They're fine. Just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals from that flower patch in the forest. What?
Sure.
Oh, maybe later, okay? Still on a mission, so now's not really the time. You've changed, Gallica. You even started to talk like one of them. So weird. Huh? Trying to be a person? You're strange now.
Follow that.
Prayer room is located further in. The moment is just being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. Is that a pun? It's just ahead. You ready? Let's go. Oh, hey, there's actually a shop in here. Whoever brought the prince to the village called themselves simply the Resistance. Their name would spread the word of their existence. Numbers have gradually dwindled. After today's tragedy, Russell is all who remains. Hardly a resistance now. Oh, Russell. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, you got buried. Alright, back to the graves we go. Come on. I made a nice little cozy spot just for you now.
Hey.
Russell, the prince is... Oh, Highness. We'd have forfeit your life in order to save ours. It only means that we have truly failed. There can be no atonement, no penance, to match the magnitude of our failure. Ignore the prince. Shop.
Now what am I to do?
Have weapons. Can't buy any of them. I don't have the money.
This way.
For someone who's dived onto the assassin's blade, there's no real blood.
Your Highness.
That's not a weak old man. But he is. I'm sorry, Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Hulkenberg, but that was rude of you to interrupt me afterward.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child.
She has a floating platform?
Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruide. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruide.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes. Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother?
Of course not.
The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... No, it can't be. And yet...
Yet what?
Is something amiss, Milady Gruade? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
That voice again coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew.
You were never real to begin with.
I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Look now to the past, to the roads I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louise, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
The prince's name.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
All for victory.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince
lies dead before me.
He lies dead before me.
This is sudden drop in like his tone.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
Give me the credits.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
The prince's friend.
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and think, to name but a few. Thy parents, memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
Don't have a past?
I don't have a past.
As I said, thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
You mean? Trust and friendship I gained has been there to support me. They've known I came from nothing, that I am nothing. But people have stood by me, believed in me. Same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touched such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
True identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
And the prince.
The prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. Time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
Became the idealized person of the prince. Trying to wrap my head around a little bit of this explanation while being a bit silent.
What? What is this?
That said, so I believe it was on my 4th stream of this game. I mentioned, it's like, oh, I'm not going to rate anyone who's playing this game because I don't want spoilers. And it's because I saw the main character with silver hair and 2 blue eyes. And I was like, oh, that's a big spoiler. I think I can guess what's gonna happen.
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
Hello, James. Red skinny first. Are we
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to.
Alright, quickly do the hydrates. Healthy hydrate. Unhealthy hydrate. Got several games on Steam sale. Ooh, what ones did you get?
Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved, and so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey. How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I'm gonna assume, like, we have the prince's past, and then the main character's journey now.
I feel a bit lighter.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is...
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then, that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracadios.
A mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself.
You got the hand. I didn't see the message pop up, but I was trying to get through all the cutscenes. You get the Hailing Master Chief Collection, Lego Marvel's Avengers Deluxe Edition, Lego City Undercover, Papa's 15th Complete Edition, Fortune Blazer 2 Game of the Year Edition, Borderlands 1 Game of the Year, and Borderlands Pre-Sequel. I hope you enjoy them all. We're mentioning earlier about Borderlands. I wouldn't mind going back through them at some point and just, yeah, enjoying it.
Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along.
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
And yet in the last fight, you continually were the one to get hit.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, please forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Who's been an ally?
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
I mean, he's changed his accent a bit, by the sounds of it.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Nothing's changed.
You can just keep, calling me Captain.
I mean, that line sounds like the regular self, but all of his other ones felt different.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, my girl. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is. I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real.
I'm gonna miss our one yellow wyvern.
He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. it became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and Fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember. I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
What's this all of a sudden?
What's this all of a sudden?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruidae mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
Sort of.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruidae, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder?
Exactly what I want to know. Like, it is gonna be that everyone is part human, right?
We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
Alright. We will have to pause here for a moment, because an ad break is just about to start. So if you get an ad, get some food, get some water, do some stretching, go to the bathroom, all the good stuff. Even if you don't get an ad, get some food and water, because I'm going to go to the bathroom, because these hydrates are definitely making me having to go to the bathroom. I'll quickly do the last two. The healthy hydrate. And the unhealthy hydrate. That down there. Alright, so an ad break is starting. As I said, I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the bathroom. Game will not continue during the ad break. Sounds like a good deal. I'll be back in a second. Don't go anywheres! it's back. Apologies, I took it a little bit longer, just because I was grabbing myself a little mini meat stick. Sibbit asks, is the reason why your neck is so stretched to show my eyes? I mean, my neck isn't that stretched, is it? I mean, are you saying I got a long neck? Oh, why would I have a damaged helmet now? I haven't been in battle. It's way back from the outbreak, everyone. Hope you all got some snacks and some drinks. Or even stretched a little bit. Let's continue.
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Oh. It's a fairy. Finally awake, huh? I mean, come on, sleeping's great and all, but there's so much more fun stuff you can do while you're awake. You can collect pretty flower petals, go splash in the water. Super fun, right? Yes.
What now?
Even the pause menu's changed. That is a cool little detail. I mean, of course they would have to do it. Like, we even lost our headband. Alright, let's learn the secrets. I feel like this is going to be just cutscene after cutscene.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
Means the prince, they say, I am a sign of both the old world and the new.
Beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans? By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature.
Keep time, have a great rest stream. Oh, good song. Thank you again for the raid. I really do appreciate that. I hope you have a really good sleep. Thank you for sticking around. You're a really cool guy. I hope you understand.
Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed. With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
Happening.
Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Louis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as though that's the natural order. New archetype? Trophy unlocked, His Majesty. My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the heroic embodiment of the Prince. If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions to the fight to come. That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I've realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Aww. I'm counting on you.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Handshake? Aww.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum. Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about Louise.
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village.
He's an elder?
His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius.
Ship.
A family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
What do you wish to know?
What is the forbidden spell?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of Magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer. And thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Oh, if that's true, then I must be a master spellcaster then.
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests. With the world embroiled in chaos, these outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred.
So, it is the darkness from anxiety and fear, when left to go out of control, can turn you into one of these human monsters, which is why we keep seeing a rise in them. So he just needs to start turning people into humans, and then it's going to create a domino effect, right?
If Luis
That's what's
is
happening.
truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge. Even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him, the malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
Being human is a curse. Can confirm. Human. Kemi, no!
After him!
Wait.
What now?
Wait, where is this there it is. No one else can become the oh, it actually gets to the head. That's creative. Cooperative chase. Support attacks from comrades happen more easily, and enemies are stunned more easily in overworld combat. Heroic slash. Wait. Heroes proving increase the caster's attack, defense, hit, evasion by 3 ranks for 3 turns. Heavy light magic to all enemies. Morale boost recovers HP MP each time a support attack lands in overworld combat. It gives a second passive. Adds 4 turn icons, can only be used once per battle. Resist all affinity damage other than Almighty. Royal Slash deals extreme physical Almighty damage to one enemy. Damage boosted against human-type monsters. That's weird that it says damage boosted against human-type monsters when we're so close to the end. Almighty damage. The Royal Sword, Armageddon's final sire. 4 people required. Required item, Chronicle of the End. Everyone needs to be royal archetypes. Okay, so I guess everyone gets a trial to become a royal. And it deals 9999 damage to everyone. Severe physical dark damage to one enemy. Dream Fire. Weak to darkness, extreme magic ice, physical piercing damage. The dark here. We're going to put on Void Wave. You gonna take a short break, please enjoy the rest of the stream, or something. Say, "Ah, you fixed to me. Thank you."
All right.
Seeker's Flame. Guess Healer's Insight. Sacrifice things because you can't sacrifice me, because no. Also, another healthy hydrate. Hydrated. Wait. Okay, I already have a party set. Good. No gems. Russell, is everyone safe? We are. We've had no casualties. However, we were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. Did nothing but watch. I was powerless against him.
No.
There was little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any moves we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifice. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening, came to investigate. Don't know why I would have run away, but surely as a plan. Tread carefully.
What now? Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Level 5. I also got 22 of these. Let's do it.
New skills, new possibilities.
Heavy light damage to all enemies. We're gonna need that in a moment.
I found new power.
Morale boost. Alright, luck. Eyes me. Magic. Me.
Ready?
Need to hurry after the attacker. You ready? Yes.
Stop!
You. Zorba. So it was you behind the attack? Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame.
Pokemon still sees it. It does see the ornament. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because it's linked to your Twitch account, and so it sets your name at the very beginning, and the bot just keeps that name.
Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Hey, it's the one from the start.
Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
Harry and Yulian archetype Prince surges forth.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Prince archetype unlocked. Prince is an archetype exclusive to the protagonist. You can now change it out as you wish. It can act as a support for synthesis skills. It has unique traits not found in other archetypes, but none of its skills can be transferred. Oh.
Alright, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Radiant! It's a good thing I leveled it up.
You think you're now accept
Wait.
your
Looks
fate?
like you can't brute force through this one.
Steal!
I'll take this. Sorry.
Why, hello there, treasure.
I ask for your aid.
It increases the party's physical attack damage once per battle.
There's a... Here I go! The situation is changing. I must concentrate. I shall rethink this. I pray you're ready. No, I'd rather refrain for now.
Pass to the next ally.
My blade cuts like the wind.
Behold.
We try burning it. It is plant-based.
Oh, power of kings!
Frenzy!
Good. Do not relent.
I shall do. I can do this.
She can heal us.
Power.
That helps. That's me.
Quite a boon.
Virtue. Ninja. Oh, depths of darkness.
Come forth, royal soul. How about this?
More apples? Quick, knock them off again.
I'll use what I must.
Frenzy once more.
Formidable indeed.
Persona Master. This is these. Go right ahead.
We'll pass on.
Of heroes.
Nightblade.
Behold, lend me your strength.
Alright, Royal Sword.
No holding back.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again.
Hello, Rin. You're doing well. Such a cool power. Oh, I'm loving it.
Face me! Smash! Apologies. Would you finish it?
I'd rather refrain.
Ninja! I strike with conviction! How's that?
It's okay. We can do this. I'm all prepared.
Alright, once you get Blackguard's hammer
Please
next,
allow me.
will it be special?
Darkness!
No.
I've got a new weakness. More apples? Quick, knock them off again! Regenerate the headwinds! Here comes another round of wind attacks! My legs are back to normal! Ah! We've only just taken them out! Shield! We've got to do something about those apples!
We will do something about those
Handle
apples.
those apples!
Oh, okay. You can if you want.
All right, leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Pugilist!
Lower defense.
Formidable indeed.
Everyone is Count Paul's souls of kings.
She can help us
Give me
heal.
strength.
Thanks. Thank you.
My thanks.
Allies, together!
That would be fun to use right now.
We strive for! Drown!
Adamant Nightblade.
Oakenberg got them right in their weak spot. We'll do this together.
Royal Sword. Doing good, I'm glad to hear it. Hope you had a good New Year. That was a delayed finish. Wind God's Gale.
That'll do. Nice. I feel
Tremble before me! I am most certainly stronger than I was.
I'm glad. Did you do anything special? If I may ask. I mean, for me, I just streamed that night. And next day, I just kind of rested up.
The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
We already were able to beat him before. He did so little to us.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible. But don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. Will not find any public backing like this.
You thought the monster was Zorba, though? He didn't. Well, Zorba summoned the monster. He didn't transform into it. You bring the new year on stream as well? It's just such a fun thing to bring it on stream. I did see a lot of people were doing it. And I'm like, I gotta do it too. Add the hydrate.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Wait, hang on. I got distracted. Alces. The back from the very start. Alright.
Right.
Years of prejudice won't go away overnight. They're not going to accomplish that. But if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may, my life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Let us fight together.
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
There's too many lives along this journey. If Luis has his way with the world, such partings will become all too common. Have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Maybe a singing victory song.
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you. And for everything.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real.
So, earlier when I mentioned the whole, oh, I saw a picture of, like, the main character with silver hair, blue eyes. And that was like a thumbnail when I was trying to raid someone. This moment right here is what I saw. I'm like, bitch, why?
Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Likewise.
Likewise. I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Having overcome the trial, I can sense newfound conviction from Gallica as both an ally and a friend.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We did it! Rank 8!
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us.
We can now study Elemental Master and Warlock. During squad battles, we may gain extra turn icons. Oh. Now study Elemental Master in Academia. Now start the Warlock.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
And still the thing that I find funny is the fact that every song we have heard in the game, Gallica has been playing inside our character's head. This is the magic of music that Gallica cast for me once. Now that I think about it, may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way,
The Chieftess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
The book is the legacy of our parents, the late King Euchronia and the Queen of the Elden Sectum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't a mere fantasy, but the ideas of the old world passed down in Sanctus.
The part we're reading today is...
But passed down in the Sanctum.
The last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
The true utopia has never been achieved. So-called utopia depicted in the novel was based in the old world, but it fell into ruin and was destroyed by war. So if the book traces the trajectory of the old world, are these truly the ideals we're striving for? It seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, but little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become a reality. And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing would change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
Discussing the novel and our ideals with Gallica. Close my eyes. Aww. Academia. Seems that I've been summoned by Moray in a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
Well, the most inescapable fate that we must bear is, unfortunately, death. We are all going to be facing that someday. It is the truth for us all. No matter what fate has in hold for us, it's all going to end the same way.
The foremost fate. Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you, or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to. And once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed.
I guess that's also true. Being human? Yeah, being human is also a thing. I guess that's what he's talking about. You not change who you are.
Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler. Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks it.
Indeed. 'Tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time?
Is Mori the king's younger self?
Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the Ascension of Kings.
My consciousness faded away and I was sent back to my sleep. Reminded that Mori was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Mori visited the ancient Elden Sanctum?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Aww. That's such a sweet little picture.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. I figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Stand strong to the end.
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in me eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
Protect my country and its people.
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be. Let's move!
You see?
Doubt all in Grand Tribe will give us a warm reception. Still, should we choose them to fight, then Louise's victims will only pile higher.
Yeah.
Easy to say. Well, easy to say will help anyone. But doing is a whole another thing. Well, the more reason we're going to prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
But what race is this character in the game? They don't fit anyone that we've seen.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Same with this one. Like, at most, he's Elden as well. Am I finding the finale today or saving the final part for tomorrow? Well, my main thought process was, if the game lets me save now before the final fight, I will save it. If I am not allowed to save, then I guess I've got to open up an energy drink or something.
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Like, we've still got an in-game month to go. But I feel like we're gonna have some time skips coming up.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, the boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
More cuts.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of reef.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'll just say.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A Sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
Like battling. Really love battle. Oh, Baton. Battling?
All right.
Battling.
Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
I mean, Battling's a really interesting fellow. Like, he's kind of been a supporter from the very beginning.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
And the guy's taking bets on who's gonna win. How is he remembering who has bet what?
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while.
Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Why does he seem to have some sort of vocal sway over a dead king that he murdered.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing! Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only... Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic.
Wait. Why only those supported by the people can use it? Okay. He knows something the king does not.
Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
They were fake.
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
And we're gonna have to wait 3 minutes to find out what that is because an ad break is about to start. I'm all out of snoozers. Take this opportunity, get yourself something to eat, something to drink, do a stretch, go to the bathroom, because my goodness, these cutscenes just do not want to end. I just 3 minutes. Yeah, it's 3 minute long ads every hour. I usually do 1:30 every 30 minutes because it's the only way to remove pre-rolls. Which is a bit of an unfortunate thing. No, it's the way Twitch wants to be. If you don't do the 3 minutes, whenever someone clicks on your stream, they get given a pre-roll ad. I know not everyone does this, but it's something that I make sure that I have, just because I don't like pre-rolls. I know I'm not alone in this either. I know that anyone else who gets pre-roll ads, they immediately click off a stream. I know I do. It's actually why I end up getting Twitch Turbo, because I'm like, you know what? It might actually be useful. It has been a bit useful. But oh, I really hope there's a save point soon. I am very hungry. I think I will do, as I said, where there's a save point, I will then, save, continue for the next stream. My next scheduled stream that would be perfect for it would actually be Tuesday. Because Tuesday morning for me is when we go to, when one of the cheap shops have a discount day. And I'm going to be buying up all the snacks and whatnot I can. I will then rest the entire day and do a long stream to try and finish the game. Well, asterisks there. I'm gonna message someone that I know who has finished this game. I'm gonna ask them, hey, I just hit this part. How many hours do you believe is left? I do remember someone coming in and saying that they were right up towards the end and they had to do some grinding and all this other stuff. I don't know if I'm going to have to do that, but we'll see. Either way, next week, the game is 100% going to be finished. I'll stream it every single day. Well, Monday, obviously, I won't be streaming it because I already said Tuesday. But if we don't finish it Tuesday, maybe I'll do a bonus stream on Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday. I'll play it every day of the week up to Tuesday, just to make sure it's done. The agony over all the cutscenes. I dislike hearing my own voice, but let me hear it. It's actually funny because if I watch someone's VOD, I have it set to 1.25 times speed. So even clips are fast. So it's even faster agony going, my goodness, just stop! Do it! Do it! Do it! It is the very thing. And of course, it just ends.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
What my thought was.
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back! Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride, instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Louis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
How quickly they turn.
Oi! Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paripus like you, and you spit on him! Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
What would dragging around a beam with a rope ever do to you? Is that a punishment?
Lady Judah, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions, and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
Wow, tough talk from a bard. What are you going to do? Play a song?
This is bad.
They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out. You need to run! Now!
It's battling!
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
Yeah, I'm curious. If they end up doing what Atlas does and releases like the definitive edition of this, where they do like bug fixes, added content and whatnot, would Batlin become like one of the friends that you make, like one of the confidants to get you an archetype?
We've been told Mugla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic, but we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
This is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. Seems like the city has calmed down. Just a tiny bit. Have a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but we still shouldn't chance it.
Alright.
Trek away over to the Hushed Honeybee. Alright. It has been 2.5 hours since I last saved. Since we saved before fighting Count Louise. There's 2 hours of just cutscene after cutscene. Maybe he's like Mishima from Persona 5, not an active character, but always a loyal supporter. That is true. He's always there to help us in his own way. But I would love to see them adding new archetypes. Like, I understand the archetypes are all attached to different parts of the human body. Like in the little diagram. This area here is very empty. Like, what if they added another arm going up here, another arm going down?
Ultimate power. Ultimate.
There's an interest that he now comments on it. So he can now hear the voice. Other question. Okay, so he just uses the exact same weapon as Seeker. Person drawing is based on the Da Vinci Code version, I think. Both human bodies. That is true, it does, but I just want more archetype. But the reason why I do believe we've still got more to go is because if we look at our followers, yeah, Brigitte has still got another one to do. Barden we've got another one to do. We haven't seen him get the next one. Katharina we got 3 more. Neura's we got 2. Basilia we only got a couple in for him. Yufa needs 1 more so we can unlock the next summoner. That was up here all the time. But there is still quite a bit to go. If we look at the calendar, we're on the 25th of the month. And it's the 27th that we have the Day of the Hero, which could be when we get crowned. Fun noise. I did save, right? Yes. Yes, I did. Like the names of the days? What the? It's just, it's a bit odd. There's only 5 days a week. Flames Day, Waters Day, Arbor's Day, Meadows Day, Idol's Day. But with Arbor, I guess is like Earth. Oh, sorry, not Earth. It's trees. Metal is the earth. Fire, water, wood, earth. Laziness. Long ago, the 5 elements lived in harmony. Until the laziness attacked. Lived in harmony until the laziness didn't attack. Till the next attack. No, I would never attack. I'm gonna attack enemies. But yeah, so I will probably wrap up here because I'm tired. I'm very hungry. I don't have any snacks to eat. Like, I might go into the main house and make myself a big sandwich or something. But I will have to wrap up. Because, my goodness. Man. Well, not tired, more hungry than anything else. So try and find someone who is streaming. Someone. When I snack on you. Cammy. Camma. Camma Chameleon. I don't really know anyone who's really streaming. Let me see. You break so many hearts if you're right. You could break many hearts now. I believe in you, Kimmy. Don't let the circumstances of your birth define you. You can be whatever you want to be. That is the point of this game. You can break many, many, many hearts, Kimmy. Alright. Who? Ooh. Ooh. I put on a voice chain and set your own Twitch channel. I mean, plenty of people do that. Final hydrate. Hydrated. X-rays Nix. That would be interesting if you could raid yourself, but don't think it would allow me to. Well, Shiramutan, I know they've raided me in the past. They're currently playing through Persona 3. I'll probably raid them. So I do want to thank you all for coming on by. I would like to have streamed for longer, but cutscene after cutscene makes me sleepy and very hungry. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'm going to make myself like a 3-layer sandwich instead of just a regular one. But, yeah. I was going to say something now, I forget. I want to thank you all for coming on by. Apologies for not being here yesterday. Thank you for coming to what is actually the first stream of 2025 for me. Next week on Monday, I'll probably play a bit more Sonic. And then Tuesday onwards, we'll just focus on this. We will finish this game. We'll beat it. We'll finish it. Add something to the shelf behind me because, my goodness, we need more things on that shelf. That's going to be it for now. Thank you all so much. This is Nick, signing on out.